Happy Blogtober Day 23. Teen Vogue Voices. Little Sister Lost. The late singer Aaliyah's older brother, Rashad Houghton, opens his heart on coming to terms with loss and grief. She is with me. 5/9/2021. 8 a.m. and I awake from one of my dreams again. The dreams where I am talking to my sister Aaliyah. I try to remember her words and the subject of our conversation, but they melt away, leaving me with a sense of longing and confusion. Did my dream mean anything at all? I lie in her bed in her apartment across from Central Park. The first thing I see when I open my eyes is the deep blue of her ceiling, which is decorated with shiny golden stars. The midnight sky over her bed. She really loved it. In that moment, I felt even closer to Aaliyah than I had in my dream, because I know that she used to do the very thing I was doing, enjoying the simple things in her life. I get out of bed and walk around her apartment. I turn on the stereo and listen to an unreleased track we both loved. Her voice makes my heart feel warm, and I smile as I stare at the gold and platinum plaques on her walls. She is all around me. She is there with me, but she is not. There is no science to dealing with a loss so devastating. I feel better when I'm around her things, hearing her music, watching her movies and videos. For my family, though, it is difficult to be reminded constantly that their daughter, who at 22 was just reaching her prime, was so horribly taken from them without any warning. Grieving is different for everyone, but the pain can never be avoided. Memories are my band-aids when the emotional wounds start to bleed. I watched my amazing baby sister grow into a star. When she was little, she would sing around the house, performing for the family after dinner, sometimes waking us up with a song in the morning. Aaliyah thrived on giving, not receiving. She had strong values, the principles instilled in us by our mother and father. Because she was so grounded, the more celebrity and success she achieved, the closer we were able to grow. I was Aaliyah's rock, her confidant, and I quote from her MTV Music Video Awards acceptance speech, her everything. Because I'm a writer, I was able to help her creatively, thinking through the wording of a press statement or an answer to an interview question. I wrote the video treatment for her song 4-Page Letter. Aaliyah was mature beyond her years, and she knew how important it was to do what you love, to make your wishes a reality. So now I follow in her footsteps. I'm 24, recently graduated from Hofstra University, and pursuing my dream of being a screenwriter and director. I know Aaliyah would have wanted me to reach for the stars. The pain can feel nearly impossible to cope with, and a void will always remain. But my family has been helped immensely by the immeasurable outpouring of love from my sister's fans and friends. Many of those fans are teens, for whom the sudden death of a role model was incredibly confusing. Their world was turned upside down, and getting over the shock seemed like an almost unclearable hurdle. Still, the fans have Aaliyah's music to give them solace when the going gets tough. The songs that touched them before, that were relevant to their lives then, are still available to them, and letting the tears flow is a necessary part of the healing process. I have described what has happened to my family as being unreal, as if I had been thrust into a waking dream. As I walk around Aaliyah's apartment, I try to grasp the fact that the clothes I see and touch in her closet will never be worn again. I walk through the kitchen and notice her favorite Lucille Ball refrigerator magnet, and I refuse to believe that she'll never make breakfast for me again. But pretending is not what I should do, and I know that I am not alone. On September 11th, the world was shaken, and thousands of families were blinded by disbelief, just as I when the day my sister died. Many people in New York said the same thing, that watching the airplane crash into the World Trade Center was like watching a movie. It felt so unreal. But it was not a movie, of course. It just takes time for our minds to register something so awful. The future that lies before us does not have to be bleak, if we only hold on to what we know is real. Freedom is real. Love is real. What will happen to us? Why can't I have my baby sister back? Why can't I laugh with her again? Why can't we talk on the phone all night and share secrets? My mystery of it all overwhelms me. But a certain calm comes over me again as I return to her bedroom and look up at her ceiling. I know that the answers to these questions do not matter, for although my sister's ceiling is only an illusion of the midnight sky, I can still touch it. And when I look out into the real midnight sky, I know that she can touch it. And my dreams do mean something, if I want them to. And she is with me, if I allow her to be. I can smile again, if I let the memory of her presence on this earth exist as a gift and not a loss. It's not an answer, just a way. Teen Vogue, Spring 2002. So as you can see, that was a paragraph from an article that was recently put out 2021. I'm not sure which one it is. If you know or have it, let me know. But this fan page for Aaliyah posted a couple pages, and so I thought that I would read it for you guys. And I just think it's heartwarming that they still went to her apartment even after the harsh incident. Like, I know personally that I don't deal with death well, and I really try to forget about the badness of it. And I don't know, like, it's just really sad that anybody has to go through this, and Aaliyah was definitely not ready to be taken up to heaven. It was forced, but she is now in a better place and she does not have to worry about anybody. And he also said that he will walk around her apartment and touch her things and her clothes, see her clothes that she will never wear again. And it's just really sad. Like, everything that that person ever had will never be worn by that person again, and it's just unfortunate. Just to think she had a lot of iconic looks, a lot of beautiful regular outfits, like, and all of it just set in her apartment after her sudden death. And it's just really, really sad. I can't imagine what they would feel when going there. Like, they would always go there and she was there, and just to start going there and she's not there, I can only imagine. But it's just sad that his sibling had to be taken from him. They did look really close. He also mentioned that they would share secrets, and I think that's pretty awesome for siblings to do, because me and my siblings don't get along that well. So but I think it's really cute, and in a sense, I feel like Diane raised them correctly outside of the industry world. She really raised them as down to earth kids. And I also read that he said that he just thinks how she'll never make him breakfast anymore, and that's a fun fact. I mean, a lot of fun facts within this article. Who would have ever known she cooked breakfast for her brother? You know, who would ever thought she cooked at all? I mean, yes, she was human, but these are things that we don't get to hear. We don't get to hear her private life, you know, what she did in her apartment, like, you know. But I really, really appreciate Rashad for even sharing this in an article. But I think that this paragraph was from 2002, and the magazine itself was from this year, 2021. It's just sad. Yeah, there are pictures on the internet of her apartment. She did have a beautiful dark blue ceiling in her room with beautiful stars on them. And I think that that is beautiful. I wouldn't have thought that she would be that type of person to do that to her wall. And I just think it's sweet to have somewhat of an inside look into her private life, because the things that she does just inspires others to want to do it, you know? I think that painting your ceiling dark blue with stars on there for a remembrance for Aaliyah would be dope. I mean, there's just a lot of things that you can recreate to always think about her, even for the fans. Like, I would definitely recreate something that she did. I mean, something really iconic. Like, I really loved Aaliyah's sweetness, and especially when people describe what they've experienced when it came to her. I just love hearing it, and I'm really glad that she was a great person, because she could have, if she wanted to, used her beauty to step on others and sit on a high horse, but no, she was really down to earth, and she will truly be missed. I think that she was one of the most down-to-earth artists, and I think that's what bothered other artists, her kindness. And that is something that you cannot kill, but a thing that everyone will love. And it's just sad hearing about him being in her apartment and sleeping in her bed and just trying to remember her by, you know, being around her things and trying to dream of her, letting her into his dreams and his life. It's just really, really sad, and I just really hope in today's time they are doing a lot better than back then. I'm pretty sure that her death was shocking to fans too, because just them announcing Kobe's death was like losing a family member. Although I don't watch basketball, I wasn't really a fan of Kobe like that. Just hearing it made my heart drop, and it was just like so unexpected. It was just a really unexpected feeling. But I could see Rashad and Aaliyah being the type of siblings to share secrets and just be close. And to hear stories about those two is just wonderfully amazing. And through interviews, you can definitely tell she loved her brother with all her might. I mean, she took him everywhere she went. I don't know if it was 24/7, but it seemed to be that way. I mean, every picture you go to or any picture they release that's rare, he is in the background, always behind her. And I think that is really special. I mean, as she got famous, she could have left her family behind, but she didn't. She always made sure to shine light on everyone, every single person. Even if she knew them, she would shine light on them. And Aaliyah was definitely the definition of perfect. I mean, in the definition of angel, I think Aaliyah's name would be somewhere in that sentence, because she was definitely beautifully amazing. And I didn't even know her, but through cameras and through experiences of other people, I can definitely go off of what they say and go off of the interviews and just say that I'm pretty sure she was just genuine, you know? It's like we knew her. Even this new generation, just watching her interviews and listening to her music, it's just hurtful. I felt like one of those fans who met her, you know, but I didn't. And that's just the impact that she has on people. Just her kindness overall. But I hope you guys enjoyed this bit of inside scoop on Aaliyah's private life. If you did, like and subscribe. And without further more to say, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Do you remember that one night when we fell in love? What we had felt so right, 'cause we had trust. Now it's drowning in our lives. I know we're broken up, you know the feelings deep inside. So what's you, what we've been through?